Now up in the first turn, Mike Webster may have lane one way up ahead, but you can see the issue. We're at 51 seconds. He can't leave the turn before 45. That's why he's plowing water. He's going to have to park it. 46, 45. Now he can go. Now he can go, but he's got the boat pretty much dead in the water. You see what's going to happen here. The boats that were going a little bit faster are going to go by him, so Mike Webster had lane one. He doesn't anymore, and it won't do him any good. It's going to be Mark Evans on the inside, Kip Brown in lane two, and then on the outside, Greg Hopp in the U100. Evans going quite a bit slower than the other two boats. We'll see if he's on his timing marks or perhaps he's back a little too far. Hopp and Brown are way out ahead of him, but they will have a little bit bigger race course to run as they swing it up toward the Madison Milton Bridge. Now, Evans has his foot in it, running right on the buoy line, turning down toward us. Kip Brown is leading them down to the line at 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, it's a good start, and it's Kip Brown, our leader, but look at the boat speed for Greg Hopp. The old white boat running very, very well. Mark Evans was off his marks a little bit. He's back a ways. He's on the inside, but he's running in third place. The leaders leave a little bit of room for him through that turn. They don't have to. Kip Brown just about has the 5-boat overlap on Mark Evans. Evans got through okay on the inside, though. Now he finally crabs it a little bit as he got into some rough water and falls back. On the backstretch, Kip Brown. Too much race boat for the competition here, perhaps. Mike Webster coming by, making the start. After parking it in that first turn, he's up and running. Remember, we're going 5 laps now on this short race course, and Kip Brown is showing the kind of boat speed we talked about. We saw it in qualifying. We saw it in racing at the end of last year. Mark Evans having trouble on the inside. The water is rough in there, and he can't get through the turn quickly. But look at the red dot. Kip Brown has her flying. He is really doing a great job of holding a line in about lane 2. Greg Hopp giving chase on the outside has settled back into second place. Mark Evans is up at speed and racing again, but he's back a ways. He has very rough water and rooster tails in front of him. So first place, Kip Brown, the boat you're looking at, the U-17 Miss Red Dot, sponsored by the Red Dot Corporation out of Seattle. Season-long sponsorship. Thanks for that, and boy, did you pick a great team. These guys from just east of Seattle, Washington, have put together a tremendous team and a great young driver. You're watching the leader now come down the front chute. No, actually, you were looking at Mike Webster going by. Here comes Kip Brown, our leader, completing his second lap. He has 3 to go. Remember, we are running 5 laps here in the prelims, and that means 10 of these punishing turns for each of these drivers. Greg Hopp going by now in the U100. Not really in pursuit of Kip Brown anymore. He knows he can't catch him. But I'll tell you what, the old white boat is running pretty good for the Hopper. Kip Brown getting a little bouncing action there as he comes through that turn and onto the backstretch. Has it settled down now, making a good quick run. That boat is low and sleek and fast, and I think you can tell on your monitor how great that boat ride is. Our Gang Racing out of Preston, Washington, putting this piece together. They took a couple of years getting it where they wanted it to be. They think now maybe they have the kind of a race boat they thought they would have. Kip Brown off the turn, down the front chute one more time, coming down to complete lap 3. 3 of 5 laps in the book for our leader. As Kip Brown takes it down into the turn for the 4th time. No problem now with any kind of a challenge. Greg Hopp, his nearest pursuer, is back almost a third of a straightaway, running very well, but he doesn't have the kind of boat speed that Brown does in the 17. This will be a boat to watch all day. These guys can run with anyone, and with this starting procedure, if this young man gets the inside, watch out. Anything can happen. You're looking at Greg Hopp, the U100. He's running in second place up the backstretch. Look at the different profile to this boat. The reason for that, this boat was built originally to have the air intake under the driver's feet. It was not up above his head like this, and that meant that the driver had to sit up kind of high. Well, he still does. Now we have boats coming down the front chute as Kip Brown comes down to complete another lap. That is his 4th. He's on his final lap, and he flies the boat a little bit. He's getting into Mike Webster's rooster tail as he is catching him down here, and it's given him a little bit of a rough boat ride. That was Greg Hopp going by. He'll go into turn 1 for the 5th and final time. On the backstretch now, our leader, with just a little over a half a lap to go. Mike Webster moving out and giving him room. Well, you got to give a nice salute, though, to the Webster family. That new boat is running much better than their old one did, and it looks like Mike Webster now is going to be able to go out and have some fun. That is him just to the left of your picture running with Kip Brown, who is turning now down toward the checkered flag, and he will have a perfect weekend so far. Won his heat yesterday. He's about to do it again and pick up 400 points. He is 800 points and perfect on the weekend. The checkered flag for Kip Brown. in the U17, Miss Red Dot. Mike Webster came by, but he has missed a couple of laps. He is not finishing. The next boat it's the white boat, the U100, driven by Greg Hopp, coming across the finish line, getting the checkered flag, and second place goes to Greg Hopp. Well, there's our winner of our first Sunday race, Kip Brown, young man from the southern part of the Seattle area. The team is headquartered east of Seattle in a little town called Preston, Washington, where Uncle Nate's Boat Shop is one of the bigger industries there. And Kip has a lot of experience racing smaller boats. Very, very strong in the 5-liter class, where he's a candidate to be the national high point champion. And there's a bit of a story there because Kip Brown will not be at the Detroit Gold Cup. Backup driver Cal Phipps, a name some of you know, is going to do the driving in Detroit. And there were a couple of reasons. Kip did not have enough time off the job to make the whole tour. And since he had to miss a race, they decided the Gold Cup would be a good one. And the reason is a 5-liter race taking place in Black Diamond. And Kip Brown has a real shot at the 5-liter National High Point Championship. So he will stay close to home next week and drive his 5-liter. And Cal Phipps, just a great guy to have on the team and around the sport, is going to be driving this boat in Detroit. Had a couple of laps in it yesterday, said it is one great boat ride. So we look for great things from Cal when that happens. Still got a boat to finish here. Mike Webster has run 4 laps. He is coming around now to finish his 5th, and he will get the checkered flag. Good example of what we talked about in the starting procedure is Mike Webster had lane 1 going into that turn. He was just a little bit too early, had to shut it down, and while he was shut down, the entire field went by him, but he will learn. It takes some practice to get these things right.